Hi everyone, don't hesitate to skip this message because there's something that concerns you in it. Just listen deep till the end. What you know today can save you tomorrow. Welcome to today's episode on Mastering Life in Today's World. Chapter 10, Faith and Reason, Understanding God's Presence in Creation. Faith and reason are often portrayed as opposing forces. One is said to be about belief without evidence, the other about knowledge without faith. Yet the greatest thinkers, leaders, and spiritual masters in history have recognized that faith and reason are complementary. Together, they reveal the depth, order, and intelligence of creation, and help us navigate life with both wisdom and wonder. This chapter explores how observing nature, understanding patterns, and engaging with both science and spirituality can deepen your appreciation for God's presence in everyday life. It demonstrates that faith is not blind and reason is not limiting. Both are essential to mastering life with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Order, design, and intelligence in nature. Look around. The universe operates with remarkable order. Planets orbit stars, seasons rotate predictably, ecosystems sustain life through complex balance. Even the smallest cells in our body function with precision that surpasses human engineering. This order points to intelligence beyond chance. Nature is not random chaos, it is intricate design. Psalm 19 verse 1 declares, "The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hands." Patterns in creation. Mathematical precision. The Fibonacci sequence appears in sunflowers, shells, and pine cones. Nature reflects predictable ratios and patterns that demonstrate intentional design. Interdependence. Every ecosystem functions as a web where each part supports the whole. Predators, prey, plants, and climate interact harmoniously, sustaining life. Adaptation and purpose. Animals, plants, and even microorganisms adapt intelligently to survive and thrive. Their design demonstrates foresight and purpose. This complexity is not evidence against God, but evidence of intelligence and intentionality. Recognizing this in creation fosters awe, humility, and wisdom. Like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe if you are inspired by this audiobook. The harmony between science and faith. Some believe science and faith are enemies, but in reality, both seek truth. One through observation and experimentation, the other through revelation and spiritual discernment. Science observes, faith interprets. Science uncovers how cells function, how planets move, and how ecosystems thrive. Faith interprets why this complexity exists, as evidence of a creator, a designer, and a sustainer. Isaiah 40 verse 26 reminds us, "Lift up your eyes and look to the heavens. Who created all these? He who brings out the starry host one by one and calls them each by name." The harmony is clear. Understanding the mechanics of creation deepens our appreciation of God's intelligence and care. Scientific insight does not diminish faith, it magnifies awe. Faith that embraces inquiry. Faith that fears questions is fragile. Faith that welcomes inquiry grows stronger. Asking how or why does not weaken belief, it strengthens understanding. Professional thinkers who balance faith and reason. Approach life with curiosity and humility. Use observation to reinforce appreciation for creation. Recognize patterns and logic as evidence of intentional design. Faith without reason can drift into superstition. Reason without faith can drift into cynicism. Integration of both creates a grounded, resilient worldview. Recognizing divine patterns in daily life. Divine patterns exist not only in galaxies or cells but also in everyday life. They are subtle, often overlooked, but profoundly instructive. Examples of divine patterns. Cycles and seasons. Life flows in natural rhythms. sleep and wake, work and rest, growth and reflection. Ignoring these patterns leads to imbalance. Embracing them leads to harmony. Cause and effect. Actions have consequences. Choices produce outcomes that reflect wisdom or error. Recognizing patterns in life fosters discipline, foresight, and responsibility. Interpersonal harmony. Relationships thrive when we act with reciprocity, kindness, and integrity, principles that mirror the harmony of creation. Spiritual intuition. Moments of clarity, insight, or inspiration often follow periods of reflection or observation. Subtle reminders of God's guidance and patterns of life. Proverbs 3 verse 6 teaches, "In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Recognizing patterns is not superstition. It is attentiveness to the order God has woven into existence. Please like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe if you are inspired by this audiobook. Seeing God beyond religion. Faith is often confined to rituals, rules, or institutions, but God's presence transcends human constructs. Creation itself is a constant revelation of His character, intelligence, and love. The vastness of the universe reflects power and majesty. The complexity of life demonstrates care and precision. Moral and spiritual instincts point to wisdom embedded in human design. Romans 1 verse 20 reminds us, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made." God's presence is observable in creation, in relationships, and in patterns of life. Recognizing this allows faith to move beyond ritual into practical wisdom, wonder, and daily guidance. Practical application. Observe creation intentionally. Walk in nature, study ecosystems, reflect on life cycles. Let observation inspire gratitude and insight. Integrate science and faith. Understand how the world functions, then reflect on what this reveals about God's intelligence and design. Look for patterns in your life. Track cycles, responses, successes, and failures. Recognize lessons and divine guidance in patterns. Live beyond rules. Seek God's presence in everyday actions, decisions, and relationships, not just religious observances. Faith grounded in reason produces confident, resilient, and purposeful living. It equips you to navigate complexity with clarity and spiritual insight. Conclusion. Mastery through faith and reason. Understanding God's presence in creation is not an abstract exercise. It is practical and transformative. It builds awe and humility that enhances decision-making by recognizing natural and moral order, that strengthens resilience by seeing patterns and guidance in challenges, that cultivates purpose by integrating observation with spiritual insight. Life is filled with patterns, logic, and design that point to a creator. By observing creation, embracing science, and interpreting it through faith, you deepen understanding, wisdom, and mastery of life. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Proverbs 2 verse 10. Faith and reason together empower you to see God not just in religion, but in every moment of daily life, every element of creation, and every pattern of existence. When you master this integration, your life aligns with truth, purpose, and divine order, providing clarity, confidence, and peace in a complex world. Thanks for listening. Kindly like, follow, or subscribe to our channel so you do not miss out on our next episode. God bless you.